what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to like too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
agree to disagree.
And I was like, okay,
Moving on.
well, the makeup bottle.
A little.
It's like a cracked out T-bird, some grease.
Yeah.
You know, she's got that black hair.
I don't know. I think we're recording. We went ahead and we just started talking about stuff. For those of you just tuning in, Jeanette's daughter is going to college and is playing soccer. It's been the goal. It's been the dream. It's achieved. Yes. And now the dorm room planning and the packing and everything, because she is going, as Janette just said, down south. You will be not in the same state, not in the same vicinity, but
6 states away. Got to get through 6 states to get to her. So.
Not counting or anything. Just
I'm just saying.
Just saying. We just looked at a map. No big deal.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's very exciting. We're all happy for you, and I cannot wait to follow along. We'll have to maybe we could have like a game watch party. Send me the link so I can start watching.
Yeah, of course.
I'd love that. Excellent. Go, Ava. All right. We have a lot to discuss that is happening outside of our lives, which I'm grateful for.
Thankfully, these things are happening outside of our lives.
I'm grateful that this is not my life that I want to talk about today. I am going to fair warn you and everybody listening. I kind of have hot takes on. I'm feeling opinionated today.
That's okay. I'm full of opinions.
Okay. I'm feeling opinionated in probably not popular ways.
Oh.
But you know why? It's because I'm in my big girl era. I have been watching grown-up stuff.
Okay.
I feel I'm not sure why, but I've been acting like a grown-up with my television selections these days.
Yeah, I can't say that I have, but I'm happy to live vicariously through you.
I mean, I watched things like The Pit, Madison.
Yeah. Haven't started that one yet.
Landman.
Mm-hmm. I'm behind on that one, but
I rewatched Mad Men. What? Who am I? And I think I'm going to start Industry on HBO. So these are all grown-up things.
So I started Industry in January, and I completely forgot that I started it.
Oh.
So
noted.
I've moved on to other things, and now that you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, I did start that. So
okay. Like I said, it's my grown-up stuff. It's kind of, adult topics. There's not a lot of scandal per se in a lot of these things. I mean, The Pit, good gracious, is like live action hospital stuff.
Yeah.
And they're talking about your job.
They are. Yeah.
In your real life job, not your ChickChat job.
That's right. Yeah.
But
I understand a lot of what they're talking about.
Yes, which is bizarre. But yeah, so we'll touch on that later. But being that I am officially acting like a grown-up these days, I did want to discuss the very hot topic. You and I dabbled in it on text message, but we did not give any background or info or anything. But yeah, we're going to be adults and talk about the Summer House drama.
Mm-hmm. And it's just developing today too. Did you hear the recording?
I have not. Just, I think Moose is probably listening, and Moose probably doesn't watch Summer House. So Moose, our producer, who's always there for the mail take, but he's listening in. And just to give a recap, so that in case there's other people like Moose out there that have not understood what is going on, we can give a very, very quick, brief intro. Summer House is a Bravo show, obvi. And it is about a group of New Yorkers, like New York Cityers, right? That are in a share house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, prior to this show, when it came on years ago, it's been on for a long time. But prior to this, I didn't really know what a share house was. Did you?
So I didn't really know what a share house was, but I have a friend from back home who used to live in New York City and like every summer would post her summer shots with her friends like in the Hamptons. And like I didn't know it was called a share house. I didn't know that's what they were doing. And then when the show came on, I'm like, oh,
Oh,
that's what she's doing. So
yeah.
it's
So
just kind of like every weekend she'd post like back in the Hamptons at a pool party, like all this stuff. But I had no
yeah.
idea that that was like a thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was the thing. I didn't know what it meant, but this is a group of acquaintances. Not all of them are friends at the beginning.
Right.
Like they know somebody in the house and they're brought in,
Mhm.
like a friend brings
A
a
friend of a
friend.
friend, yeah.
Then you become friends, right? Because the share house is each weekend of the summer, they go to the same house. They have
Mhm.
a party there. They go out in the Hamptons for the weekend and stuff. And then they go back to the city for their daily jobs, Monday through Friday, head back out for the weekend over and over again. Say la vie, like whatever. That's your life. Cool. So that's these people. And this show's been on what, maybe?
At least 8, 9
Yeah.
seasons? 9 seasons maybe?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we're pushing 10 seasons of
Yeah.
this show. It's gone through lots of people. There's a few originals on there. But the main gist of what we're talking about is one of the originals.
Mhm.
Kyle Cook is his name, and his wife, Amanda Batula. They started out dating on the show. We watched them go through a really horrible kind of dating situation. They just never
Wasn't great, yeah.
they never seemed perfect, right? Like they seemed like they had their fair share of troubles. Um, and what's strange is because we're only in Summer House watching the weekend events, right? They show little clips from the city when they're
Yeah.
there Monday through Friday, but it's still very clip-ish. It's very high level stuff. We're not seeing major details of the week. So we don't always know what their life's like when they're not at the summer house. So they said that a lot. There's always for years it's just been, like, well, we're back in the city and we're working and we live together and it's different and it's not a party, it's not going out and drinking every night, all this stuff. Kyle started a beverage company called Loverboy. Amanda worked with him. She did all this design stuff. They were pretty much a team with it. And Amanda has always kind of had other dreams, I guess you could say, about her career, even though she was doing this work with Kyle. So that's always been a little bit of a tension point as well in their relationship, as well as Kyle tends to party and drink and go out a lot and has also had outside relations,
Mhm.
interactions with people that are not his girlfriend, fiance at the time. But they worked past all this stuff and decided to get married, much to everybody,
Shock.
every one of their friends saying, please don't.
This is not a good idea.
Please don't do it for
Yeah.
anybody. And they got married. We followed along on the show. I mean, through the engagement, the marriage, everything. Nothing seemed fun about their relationship.
I don't even know if they really liked each other.
I'm pretty sure they don't. Yeah, so that's been going on. And like I said, that through the 8, 9, 10 seasons of Summer House, they have been a constant. And it's always been, it's kind of the mom and dad of the group, right? Kyle is at current
He's in his
time
40s, yeah.
in his 40s. These are people in their 40s.
Yeah,
One of the Summer House castmates has had a child
right.
and still comes out occasionally on the weekends. Like, it is bizarre to me, but nonetheless. All right, moving on.
And Kyle has taken up DJing.
Kyle is now DJ Kyle of the Hamptons, like has gone into a little side gig. He's enjoying DJing. He thinks it's also networking for his beverage company, because then he's in the club, he's in the bar, but it's really just Kyle out playing and being Kyle. And
Yeah.
Amanda is not a fan of DJ Kyle. And she's made it very known. Amanda is very vocal. They get in a fight every weekend. She's pretty open about the fact that she doesn't like the DJing, and she definitely doesn't like the partying all the time and being out till all hours with whoever. Kyle has actually been busted, I guess, passing out at a fan's apartment after a DJ gig.
Yeah.
When he's married and stuff. It's just not been good stuff, right? So when this couple announced their divorce happening earlier this year, I believe, was this
January?
Let's see here. In November of 2025, it was coming out pretty public that they were having major troubles, that they are working through stuff. Please mind your business type of post. Mm-hmm. Then in January of 2026, this year, they posted a joint statement stating that they are deciding to split as a couple. They're staying friends. Please be kind to them, respect their privacy, blah, 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 which we did not do. No one has respected their privacy. So also in the house, there are a lot of their close friends. There's been people coming in and out throughout the years that have been their friends, been their business partners. People have dated in the house, people have broken up in the house, people have been engaged and then called off the engagements in the house, yada, yada. It's gone through all the typical reality show stuff, right? But one of the people in the house is named Sierra Miller. Sierra is, as we see on the show, a very good friend of Amanda's. She's very good friends with obviously lots of other house guests as well, but she and Amanda for this situation are very good friends. A more recent cast member is West Wilson, and West came on maybe
3 years ago. Yeah. This is his third season. Yeah.
Okay. So, and then Sierra had not been on that long before that.
I think she came around season 5. She came in with Luke.
Okay. Yeah. So she's been there maybe half the time.
Yeah.
But she wasn't an original. But West comes in and is fun and lighthearted and charismatic, if you will. He's got a major crush on Sierra. Falls hard for Sierra. Sierra thinks he's kind of silly, kind of funny, a little goofy, but she has a thing for him too. They try to avoid it. They try to fight it. They do end up sort of getting together. It's a little weird.
They dated.
They dated
for a few months. Yeah,
exactly. A very kind of a.
She went. Yeah, she went home to meet his parents.
So, yep.
It was a thing.
Yes, absolutely. Was a thing. And then that was kind of where one of the seasons left off. Mm-hmm. Sierra and West are kind of together. We then at the reunion are hearing, that there was this visit to the parents. They did hang out daily in New York when they were back in the city and after filming had kind of wrapped. We were seeing things online, page 6, and everybody's posting pictures, seeing them out and about. We know they're together, right? But then it kind of just, they weren't together.
Yeah.
We're hearing buzz that they're not together. West has kind of made comments that he's, it just wasn't right. He said all of his friends kind of claim that he's very much, because of this charismatic personality, he always has women around, either they're friends or they are friends that become more, whatever it is. So they kind of have these conversations and these problems, I guess, when the filming's not happening. So we hear it at the reunion, and everybody's kind of putting all the pieces together and playing catch up. And West is upset because he feels he hurt Sierra. Sierra's upset at West because she thought that he said some things and kind of, I don't know, took advantage of the situation, right? Like she thought there was more, and then he kind of just
Well,
called
he
quits.
gave an interview to like the New York Times. I was like, oh yeah, I don't
He
like
is a
her.
journalist.
Yeah.
He is a journalist in his daily life. But yeah, he got interviewed about something and kind of came out and just in the interview said, yeah, we're not each other's people.
Yeah. Without telling Sierra that this was happening.
Right. And so Sierra was like, that hurt, and so she kind of rages war on West in her personal life, as in, I'm done with you kind of thing. Very, very much, I'm done with you. This then turns, she's very much a girl's girl. She's hanging out with Amanda. She's hanging out with Paige and Hannah. All this stuff are her people. She's sticking to her girls. And the next summer comes around, and of course, filming gets picked back up. We're seeing it, things, different timelines, whatnot. But, the next summer, they come back. They're both in the share house again, and it's awkward. It's
not good. Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Sierra and West, it's bad. Like West is scared. Sierra is angry. There's snarky comments. There's dinner fights at the table. There's crying. There's you hurt me, I hurt you, this, you said this, no, I said that. There's a lot of just anger, and Sierra is just mad. We fast forward a little bit. That was a couple years ago. This was 2023, that they were dating and broke up.
Yes.
They were officially done by the end of 2023. And since then, every time that we see them, it's been West trying to be silly and fun and lighthearted about something, and Sierra being kind of she'll be around, she'll be cordial, she'll be nice, but she'll maybe make a jab every once in a while to him, like, oh, well, that's funny. You said this or something. And he's always just, oh my gosh. And so it's hot and cold, but you can still tell that there's always some sort of like attraction between them. I don't know, that's just me. Like, I feel like every time they're around each other, they try to be mean to each other, but then they end up like kind of being nice. I don't know. It's a weird relationship, but it has been a couple of years. We are currently watching Summer House right now, like as it's happening. And in this season, we know that Kyle and Amanda are about to get divorced, but we're not seeing that yet on the show, except for the tension that's there, right? So Kyle and Amanda, we know it's about to happen. We're just watching the ticking time bomb, if you will, of these two.
Oh, it's very awkward in the house with them this year.
Super awkward because they're both really unhappy with the way things are going in their marriage right now. And they talk and confide with their share house buddies.
Yes.
Right. And then it's gotten to a point with Sierra and West after a couple of years now that they are very cordial in the house. They're very friendly of things. This season we have seen Sierra kind of talking more to him, West talking more to her, but
serious conversations.
Yes.
Like, this is how you made me feel. This is why last summer I was acting the way I was acting. Like, it's taken 2 years to have this conversation because they just don't interact socially anymore. Like she's very guarded. She's a very guarded but fun person. But they're having the hard conversations this year.
Yeah,
they were actually trying to avoid.
They've both. I feel like they both have wanted to talk to the other one. And Wes has been a little more like, I want this, I want that. Like you said, Sierra's been a little more guarded, but we see in maybe her confessionals and her things that she's talking like, oh, I just can't yet, or I just can't, he just hurt me and all this stuff. So that's the gist of it. If you're living under a rock and you don't know what we're talking about, I mean, you could probably figure it out at this point. We hear that Kyle and Amanda, at the end of last year, first of this year, have stated that they are getting a divorce. February comes, and Super Bowl happens, and there's a big group of them there. West and Sierra are at the Super Bowl together with some other friends.
Mhm.
There are pictures of them and big hugs and group pictures and stuff, having a good time. Everybody is loving on the internet that they're at the Super Bowl together. Like, that's super fun. And good for them. That was again February. Again, Sierra and Amanda continue to have their friendship, and they go on things like Watch What Happens Live together, and they do little commercials together and things like that.
Well, and they're having conversations with each other about West and about Kyle. They're having like you would with a friend, like you would with a best friend. Like,
when you
if
need
you're having issues with Kyle, you can come stay with me. Like, let me
Right.
know. She's
Right.
giving Amanda's talking to Sierra about, if you feel this way, you should talk to him, or don't let him, treat you that. Like, they're having these conversations with each other that you would expect girlfriends to have about their relationships or situationships, or just like living in a house with someone you used to date and it's awkward. Or living in a house with someone that you're about to like I'm married to, but I don't think this is going to last type conversation.
I don't really know what. And Amanda has struggled a lot. She's been very vocal about, like, she's not really sure what to do without Kyle.
Right.
She worked with them, she lived with them, they had dogs.
She's much
together.
younger than him. Yeah.
She is younger, and they're and she's not really sure who she is without Kyle.
Yeah.
And
which is a conversation that she's been having with Sierra and Paige for
years, for many summers.
Yeah. And they even said to her, like, I want to know Amanda without Kyle. Like, who are you? And she was like,
she's I don't know. Yeah. It's been very tough to watch sometimes, the Amanda and Kyle stuff, because there's just so many layers to it. She has confided in her girls a lot, if you will, like on the show and stuff that we see. Confided in her girls. There's even a new show that's coming out called In the City, which is now the counterpart to Summer House. This is actually this is the Valley to Vanderpump Rules situation, right? This is
Couples
Summer
mostly.
House grown up. We either have children, wives, husbands, divorces, situations like that, full-time jobs.
Yeah.
That's who we are. And that's who these people are going to be in the city. It's a lot of Summer House people as they are adults, and Kyle and Amanda are in there. We know that the divorce is going to be happening real time in the city show.
Yes.
Well, so March 5th, 2026, Demois reports, which is an anonymous source reporter, that West and Amanda are actually hooking up now. They are casually but openly flirting, holding hands under the table, spending a lot of time together. This is March of this year. Again, January was the divorce announcement. 2023 was the breakup of Sierra and West. And February, Sierra, West, and friends are at the Super Bowl. March 5th, it's broken that they have been seen out and about playing tonsil hockey. March 10th, about a week later, Kyle comes on Watch What Happens Live. They ask him if there's any merit to these rumors. He's like, no, I don't think so. Pretty sure that's not true. He's like, but if Amanda's happy with whatever she wants to do in her life, then I'm happy. That's what Kyle says. March 10th. March 24th, Amanda and Sierra are scheduled to host an Amazon Live, which is now kind of a thing that influencers do, right? They host these little shopping sprees on Amazon Live. And instead, they end up doing the live stream separately. They do not work together as of March 24th. More questions arise. Let's see. People are bringing it up on Watch What Happens Live constantly. Would you ship West and Amanda? Would you, what are these rumors? Do you believe this? When West is denying it, Amanda's denying it, everybody's kind of just like laughing it off. March 26th, that was the end of that month. We hear that Amanda and Sierra are now not like following each other on social media things, which, as we know, is a huge deal in the internet world. And March 29th, we start hearing that all of these stories about West and Amanda clearly have to be an April Fool's joke. If it's March 29th, that means it's almost April 1st, that this is clearly an April Fool's joke. Everybody is being bamboozled, and haha, isn't this funny? West and Amanda. And then March 31st, the day before April Fool's Day, we receive a joint statement on Instagram, both pages of Amanda and West, stating that they have shown up for each other as friends over the years and through the highs and lows, but that what has developed recently was the last thing either one of them expected. Their connection has grown out of a genuine, long-standing friendship, which made it especially important for them to approach it with care. As feelings have evolved, we wanted to take time and understand exactly what we were feeling. We recognize that this has had an impact beyond just us. We never wanted our actions to cause any hurt or be perceived as careless. We truly appreciate the understanding and respect as we navigate this. They basically said, we've seen the growing online speculation, so we knew this is still very new, but we wanted to provide some clarity. Yeah, so then, of course, things went haywire. People are shocked. People are aghast. They don't believe that this is real. They don't understand. Why would Amanda do this? How could Wes do this to Sierra? People are talking to Kyle. Kyle's kind of like, well, I can't say too much because I'm kind of a crap husband. And I want Amanda to be happy. I want her mental health to be safe. But I'm surprised because he's saying, I didn't know. Carl's a mess.
Right.
I don't know. That was just a thing. Everybody said Carl's a mess.
I need the sweatshirt. Or the
I know,
t-shirt.
me too. Kyle made a comment, said Carl's a mess. And Carl kind of responded with, no, I'm not. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm just surprised like everybody else. But none of the housemates, the share housemates, knew about this. Like, they're all claiming that they didn't know. They didn't understand what was going on. They didn't have any heads up on this. And surprised, they're just as surprised as all of us are. Since then, since basically April 1st, we have been getting little snippets of Amanda and West out, holding hands, kissing, going to a Yankees game together. Sierra has started inching her way back onto social media, taking a little jabs here and there about things. We're seeing that, has really been kind of, I don't know.
She's getting the sponsorship. She's getting the Ariana Madix treatment.
She is getting the Ariana Madix treatment. Absolutely. She's just been announced as the next Dancing with the Stars person. She's going to be on that cast.
She has a commercial with Ariana.
She did the commercial. I saw it for Sonic about drinking stuff but having no drama in their lives. Yeah, so we're getting all sorts of things. Kyle has dropped hints that he thinks they could have even been hooking up as early as June. Someone said Sierra found out earlier because she was given a video or something of Amanda in West's apartment. So she kind of had a heads up on it. There have been discussions about people having a gut feeling about it. And then, of course, the internet warriors are all like, I've always hated Amanda. This is and you're like, if you didn't say it then, don't say it now. Like, just stop. But still, it's all over the place. It is all over the place. And they filmed the reunion yesterday. And Andy Cohen has basically recorded after he finished the reunion. He looks like he's been through like a horrible day. he says, I'm done. We finished. He said, this is the most intense reunion I've ever been a part of, and about 150 reunions I've filmed. It has been quite a day. And he said, quote, every question was asked. So there's been a lot of questions asked out there, but since they had not filmed the reunion yet, the season's still technically live. All these castmates are under contract. They can't say too much because they have to wait for things. So I believe the reunion was the time and guns a-blazing, and that's when all walls are down. Okay, so what we are seeing is that Amanda and West are hanging out. They are together in some sort of way. Kyle is questioning things, although Kyle recognizes that he doesn't have a lot of ground to stand on. And he knows that.
Yeah. I mean, he's become very self-aware. He has always been self-aware. I think seeing their interactions in public now and watching the show, I will say this. When Summer House started, and I started seeing the interactions between Amanda and West, even before this became a thing, my whole thing was, why are they so touchy-feely this week, like this season? And just for me personally, I found it odd that Amanda, who claims that Sierra is one of her closest friends, closest confidants, they're close outside of the show. It's not just a show friendship. I personally don't understand how you could be also close friends with someone who has hurt her in a way, and this. How are you hanging out with this person, traveling with this person, being goofy and funny with this person while she's over there like, this guy's made my life like miserable? That to me, like, if my best friend is like has an issue with you, I've got an issue with you too. Mm-hmm. Especially if we met each other at the same time. It's not like I met both of you when we were kids and I can play both sides. Like I've known both of you forever. I can't, like I'm on your side, but I'm also on your side, but I'm not going to shut you out and I'm not going to shut you out. You met this man at the same time. My allegiance is going to be to my friend. Like, I'm going to be cordial to you. I'm not going to be mean to you, but are we going to hang out? Are we going to like be buddy and go to brunch and do these things? Are we going to be like touchy-feely and biting each other's sandwiches and giving each other hugs? No, that's not going to be our relationship. So I always thought Amanda moved weird in that way. Like, you can say I'm a girl's girl, but when you do things that are completely opposite of what a girl's girl would do, that's not who you are. You are someone who doesn't want anyone to dislike you.
She doesn't like confrontation, and she has noted that.
And there doesn't have to be confrontation. It can just be a cordial, like, I'm not going to be mean to you. Yeah, you hurt my friend, so we're not going to be best friends. But I'm not going to sit here and make your time at the house miserable. Like, we can go to the same parties, we can eat at the same dinner table, we can have conversations. But are the two of us going to go to lunch together? No. That's not happening unless, I'm going to talk to you about my friend and I'm going to get some things off my chest and then I'm going to come back and tell her everything that was said.
Right.
So I've always thought Amanda moved weird in that way, but I also thought like, I can see Kyle's point, like watching it back now. West being the one to get up and go comfort Amanda when they had their blow up.
When Kyle has a blow up with Amanda.
Yeah, when Kyle blew up at Amanda after a drunken night and said F you to Amanda, and she started crying and
more. Yeah.
And more. Yeah. It was a horrible night. Like that was uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
But then like her going over and laying in a cabana with him and another girl and him playing with her hair and sitting on her and, just kind of always has his hands on her, hugging her. Why are you the one comforting her? Like, before the announcement, I thought that was strange. So I wasn't shocked when it happened. And to me, I think a lot of people they're missing the point. They think with Sierra, this is completely about West. It's completely about Amanda.
No,
you've betrayed our friendship. Like, yeah. I could care less about West and what he does, but it's the fact that he's doing it with you and you are doing it with him. We are supposed to be friends. I have told you my deepest, darkest secrets and my feelings about this man. And then you turn around and say, oh, I want to see what that's all about. Like, he's not going to do it to me.
Here's my take on this too. Like I told you, I have a hot take. I have told you it might not be a popular opinion. First of all, I agree with you. Like I don't agree with how Amanda has handled it. If there was a, when the time came and she either started having feelings for West or anytime that she meets up for lunch in the city with him during the week when they're in the middle of a summer share house time, like those type of things, like it seems like maybe not as close, or you shouldn't be that close. I personally, now hear me all the way through first though. I personally don't have a problem with Amanda and West dating. I do have a problem if they didn't go about it properly, as in didn't talk to Sierra, didn't talk to Kyle, whatever, about how this is developing. I don't think that I don't think they did. Like, I don't think there's any secret to that people were surprised. They did not know that this was happening. And I don't think that's right. You're on a show with these people. You're living in a share house. You all hang out. You see each other 24 hours a day, for a good chunk of your summer. And, I guess I see like they do have a different type of friendship, Amanda and West. They have some sort of better friendship than some other people in the house, right? Mm-hmm. We have seen Amanda speak to West about things he should have done. But then, like you said, she's very friendly. I do think it's a weird line of how you are supposed to be friends with West. Are we supposed to have moved on and be really buddy-buddy? Sierra has been hot and cold with him for the past, it's been almost 3 years since they stopped dating. And she has held a very large grudge with him. Not saying she shouldn't. I'm just saying like it's been obvious. It has been a storyline on multiple seasons. But there are times when she's on his back in the pool, dunking him and playing and hugging him out at the clubs or this or that. And then the next morning, she's incredibly mad at him because she even has said it on the most recent episodes, which are, she's like, I don't know how to act around him because I don't know if I want to let my walls down, even though I miss him being like my best friend because he's silly and fun and we always had so much fun together. But I'm still kind of mad. So I don't know how to handle this. And West is just kind of like, I'll do whatever. At this point, he's saying that. Mm-hmm. And so I do think that if I was Amanda, I would be a little torn because West is always so good to me. West has always been there for me and been a good friend, been a supporter, been a cheerleader, and honestly just been a lot of fun. Now, I love Sierra and she's my girl, but yet I can't tell what she wants me to do. Am I supposed to not be friends with him? But yet, how come you get to go play chicken in the pool with him and then go out to the clubs and have fun, but you get to be mad at him the next day? Like, which way am I supposed to be?
Yeah.
And so I think, they live in this house together. They're all out there friends, and I see from the outside, I look at it as it's just a really weird dynamic that unfortunately did not get discussed before they started having actual feelings for each other. It sounds like nobody was told about it. I feel like they should have gone, or Amanda should have gone to Sierra and been like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what's happening. Like, this is, I'm coming to you because like West and I have hung out and like, we kind of have a thing for each other. Like, if you don't want me to go any further, I won't go any further. If that was the case, if she would have come to Sierra and said that, do you think it would have changed anything on how Sierra's?
I think so. I think it's the betrayal and the secrecy. And like, I'm asking you a question directly and I'm asking you multiple times and you continue to lie to me. Like, we're friends. You don't lie to me. Like, if I have a suspicion, that I'm giving you an opening to say, let's talk.
Right.
For me, I agree. If they want to date, fine. They're adults. They can do what they want. But when I look at it, like from Amanda's, if I were Amanda, I would have it's weighing what's more important to me. West is a maybe. Right. We know he's been dating other girls while he's been with Amanda.
Yeah.
Do I think West is like end game for Amanda? No, I could be wrong. So
that's what people are saying online. People are like, at this point now, y'all got to get married.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't think, and even if y'all do, it's going to be another Kyle situation. Like, he's going to end up resenting you because he feels forced because something that was fun and secret, done in secret, is now in the open. And now I've got to be your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, and I've got other girls in my DM still that I want to hang out with. I'm not ready to settle down. But like with the whole Sierra thing, like, is it worth losing my friendship with someone I've been extremely close to before I even met this person, who I know, like, in a situation, I can depend on her. She will always be there. Am I willing to risk that and ruin that relationship and potentially relationships with other friends? Because now I'm seen as that girl who can't be trusted. I'm seen as someone who's not a good friend. So I'm alienating all of my good girlfriend relationships for a fun time.
So, there have been reports that the Amanda and Sierra friendship is a genuine friendship, but maybe not as close as portrayed when outside of the share house. There's been people saying like, no, of course they're friends, but like when they go to the city, it's if there's an event, they see each other or something. But other than that, it's not as close, because Sierra's had a hard time with Kyle and this and that. And, there's another couple in the house, Lindsay and Carl, that were dating and engaged and then called off an engagement and now are still coming back to the house and seeing each other and around each other at different events and stuff. And there were a lot of sides taken and stuff like that. Is this something, believe me, as a girl who has had boyfriends, I do not wish this on Sierra because obviously it's a big slap in the face, no matter what, no matter how close you are. But is there any world where you have to look at it, Sierra has to look at it and say, you know what, we're all putting this house together, and we're all spending this much time together, and he's not mine. We're done 2 years ago, and she's done with her husband. there's a lot of what's that called whenever someone's spouse passes away and they end up like marrying the best friend or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
Is there a word for it?
yeah, I thought there was, but I
don't
actually
know.
had a friend who did that. It was a comfort thing. It was like this.
I mean, I've
you know,
seen that. Yeah.
yeah, my spouse is gone now. And so the person I go to for comfort knows that spouse just as well. So therefore we can talk about that and have the same knowledge and understanding. But while we're having that understanding together, it has unexplainably like made us closer too.
Yeah, but Sierra's not dead.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
I mean, I have actually thought about that. Like, it might be different if like one was away, like if Kyle had passed away and
Of
things are
course.
happening. Like, I get it. I still think it's the betrayal of Amanda. Like,
100%.
I don't see how you put all four of them back in the house together. And I honestly think Amanda and West thought this was going to look completely different. I think they thought people would celebrate and be like, oh, finally, Amanda's with someone who's going to treat her well. And she's with the fun guy. And he's bringing out the fun Amanda. And Kyle was so bad that I think they played it completely wrong by being dishonest and sneaking around.
Right. I think all they had to do was tell Sierra, right?
That could tell Sierra, tell Kyle, and just kind of.
Well, tell me this. If you're Sierra, and let's back up and say that, you know, the very first buzz gets out there somewhere about like maybe West and Amanda have been extra flirty, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Amanda that day comes to you and says, okay, look, like I don't know, I'm giving you a heads up. Like I don't know how to explain it, but we have an attraction to each other. We're having a good time hanging out. I would really like to explore more. And I'm just giving you the courtesy of letting you know.
Mm-hmm. I think that would have been different.
Absolutely would have been different. But if you're Sierra, are you cool with that?
I may be hurt, but I'm
still your close friend now dating your quote ex that is your storyline on the show.
Yes, but I think it would have given her the opportunity to say, you know what, I don't love it, but you're a grown woman and you're both grown adults. I can't stop whatever you're going to do. I appreciate the heads up, but I'm going to have to take just maybe a step back from our friendship. I will not be confiding in you. I will not be around the two of you when you're together because I can't. Mm-hmm. But I don't think the animosity would have been as strong. I don't think the online hate for Amanda West would have been as strong. I think this has looked like as an affair and a betrayal because people have been asking you since late 2025, what is happening? And you all continue to lie. Just because you come out now and say, oh yeah, 100% I lied, doesn't mean we get to rewind the clock and say, oh, well, if you meant to tell me and you were just trying to spare my feelings, then all's forgiven. No. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think Jesse went about it the right way. Like he should have had a conversation with Sierra first, but Jesse went to West and said, I am feeling an attraction to Sierra. Would you be okay if I explored that? Or I made out with her is what he said. But
he did not say explore.
Yeah, he did not say explore. He said if I made out with her. And Sierra's like, I am not an object. Yeah, she's like, I'm not an object and you should ask me about that first. But I mean, in a way, it would have been like that. Can we, like, I'm interested in exploring these feelings that I have. And yeah, Wes was ticked, but Jesse was like, Jesse moved the right way. Like, I'm letting you know, like me and Sierra have been hanging out. We're flirty with each other. We're hanging out. We're laying in the bed with each other. We're traveling to and from. I'm starting to develop feelings for this girl. And I know you all dated. So I'm just kind of wanting to test the waters and find out, like, if something were to go, how would you feel about that? I think I don't understand how Wes didn't take that as I should probably have a conversation with Sierra and or Kyle. Because although it was creepy the way Jesse did it, it was the right move. I don't understand how you blow up your life for West Wilson. Like,
I mean, and at this point, I think a lot of people are saying, "How do you blow up your life for Amanda?"
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
she's not
Well, and I don't think
exactly
Wes
like,
cares. Like Wes is kind of just like one of those, like he feels like he's going to land on his feet no matter what. I do think he thought he and Amanda would be like the new it couple in the summer house. I think West is an opportunist and a manipulator, if I'm being honest. I feel like he is loving the public life. He loves the fame. And so whoever's going to get him talked about a little bit more, he's good with it. Like he's getting negative publicity now, but it's not really impacting him. It's impacting Amanda.
well, all publicity is
Yeah,
good publicity, right? Like that's what they
I mean,
always say.
they're talking about him having a spinoff. They're talking like he's on the city. I think he's an opportunist. And Amanda right now to me, and I could be wrong. I don't know these people, but Amanda's the opportunity right now. Amanda's a means to an end. I don't think they are going to end up married. Could be wrong. But I think Wes sees this as she has the city. If Kyle's out of the way and I go to the city and I go to the summer house with Amanda, now we're the it couple. We're the couple in the house and everything's going to revolve around us. I've brought friends here. You know, it's going to start getting new fresh blood and it's going to be our friends and we're going to be the new it couple. And it completely exploded in their face. Like, and just even the things they've been doing since, like Wes doubling down on when it started. Like, well, we started to figure out it was serious in February, but we didn't start talking until February. Like that both can't be true.
Right.
like you can't start a relationship in February and then decide in February that it's serious.
The timeline's been a big question, and that's going to, I think, be a huge ordeal at the reunion.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a lot of discussion.
I'm just disappointed in them. Like, I don't know that I had a whole lot of expectations for West.
I was about to say, you're such a mom. You're like, I'm just
I
disappointed.
am disappointed. I think I just hate to see, because look, I've unfortunately experienced this in real life. Like, I hate to see a friendship end over a man that is not going to be in either of your lives in 5 years. And but you've ruined a friendship, and he may not even be in your life a year or 2 years from now, but you've ruined what was and could have grown into a bigger, better friendship that would always be there because you're friends, and you've completely burned that bridge. Like, I think they'll be cordial again. I don't think they'll ever be friends. She will never trust her with information again.
Oh, sure. Like, what do you think the move is now? Like, okay, so the reunions happened. I mean, we won't see it for a little bit, but it's filmed. We know that there's just questions out there, right? So if you're West and Amanda, what's your play now? Like, do you ride it out and go hardcore? As in, like, we have to show everybody we're all in? Or do you kind of sneak away and basically say, like, we're going to kind of do this on our own and try to stay out of the public eye for a little bit? What's your next step? Like, where do you go if you're West and Amanda?
I mean, I think the public outings have backfired. And I think they're trying to throw in our face, like, no, look, we're a real couple. We're this, we're that. If I were them, I would have been in hiding. Like, I think Raquel, she stepped away and we haven't seen her. And I think that was the right move for her, going to rehab. So I think, like, if Raquel from the whole Scandoval situation were to come back in 2 to 3 years, people would have a completely different perception of her.
Agreed.
I think West and Amanda are doubling down. And I don't think they did anything wrong, other than maybe lying about when it started and maybe having a conversation or two. But I think they're doubling down. I think Sierra's right. You either have to stay together and see it through, or you just break up and try to start mending friendships now.
Yeah, like, this sounds horrible, but me personally, like, I'd be scared to death to break up with West, because then what do I do? Like, then I go back to Sierra and be like,
no, Sierra's not opening that door.
That was dumb. Like, she's not going to have that chance. You know, if I'm Amanda and West, I mean, and I'm in the public eye, granted, this is not a normal everyday relationship, right?
Yeah.
If I'm in the public eye and I'm West and Amanda, I'm I think you have to go all in and like show it. you gotta
Does
be
West
like,
have it in him? Does West have it in him to just be with Amanda? We haven't seen
oh
that from
yeah, I
him for
know.
3
That's
years. Like,
who knows.
I think Amanda is all in. Like, I want to be your girlfriend. I want you to claim me as the number one girl.
I don't know. We've never seen Amanda without Kyle. We don't know what she's like as a single lady, if you will.
Well, this was her opportunity to be that. Like,
No,
I
I
think she would
know.
have gotten everything that Sierra's getting. She would have probably been on Dancing with the Stars. She'd have been, had she just kind of been like, I'm done with my husband. It was a horrible marriage. We never should have gotten married. But I'm in my era now where I'm going to find out who Amanda is. That question that your friends asked you, like, who are you without Kyle? We still don't know who you are because now you're dressing like West. Now you're all of a sudden you want to go hang out at bars with people. But when Kyle was doing it, it was a problem. Like, who is Amanda? Like, you need an identity outside of the person that you're dating.
Yeah, no, like
that's all we know of you.
I think she's the one that's kind of got the most to lose here, right?
Yeah.
So
West, everyone knows West is just, he dates.
He
hooks up.
Boy, I just have, I don't know, something a little sympathy about the fact that I don't know, like,
I think he feels responsibility. I think he does really like her, but I don't think he thought I think he might feel a little stuck now. Like, I have blown up this girl's world. I've blown up my world. Like, we either go all in, like, I have to see this through, but does he end up resenting her because of that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I just don't see West in his stage of life now where he's like, okay, Amanda, let's go look at houses in New Jersey. I'm going to buy one for you because Kyle wouldn't. That's not his life.
I know.
I don't see him going like, yes, let's get married. Let's have kids. Let's move to Jersey. Let's forget about the summer house. I could be wrong. I don't know these people, but whatever I've seen of West in the past 3 years, I wish I knew somebody.
If I just had an inside scoop somewhere, that would be amazing. I don't know. It is one reunion I might like watch in real time, like not be watching.
Yeah. Well, I watched the Scandoval one in real time. I just don't need this one to be 2 and 3 parts. Just let's get it all over with in one day.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be.
I hope not.
Yeah, we had Scandoval, and now people are saying West Bandoval.
Scamanda.
Scamandia.
They're calling them what? Mandy and Midwest.
Oh, it's just one more little nugget that we're gonna have to quickly turn around and do another episode and do a follow-up to this, because this is all we need to talk about today. I think we have a lot in store for us. I think there's going to be more that comes out at the reunion. And now that as soon as the reunion's aired, then all bets are off. People can say whatever they want. That's when the real truth starts coming out, when they start discussing, because it's not going to be long. They're going to be filming again, and it'll be interesting.
That's true. May, don't they usually start like right after Memorial Day?
They start like
Memorial Day weekend is when they start, and they end Labor Day weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not far off. So we have a lot to go.
I don't know if West and Amanda can be in that house with them. I wouldn't go.
I don't know.
I'd be sick every weekend. Like, you know what? I'm going to Jersey.
I'll be like, oops, I have a family wedding to go to again.
Every weekend. Guys, plan on me being there, but I might not.
My bad. I'll just have my stuff shipped there and put in Amazon boxes on the front porch. Yeah. So I don't know. We will be anxiously awaiting. And Janette, get on your calendar and let's look at when the reunion's going to air, and let's do a follow-up right after.
Let's do it.
Excellent. All right, everybody. That's your recap for Summer House. And I stepped out of my big girl panties today and went and watched Summer House again, getting back to my kid stuff. So who can deny that it is juicy, juicy gossip? We love it here at ChickChat. Thanks for listening. To anyone who wants to hear more of our shows over on themesh.tv, go check it out, www.themesh.tv. check out something. There's stuff for everyone. And then until next time, we'll be staying glued to the TV and we'll help you recap and figure it out. Come back and visit and find out what we think. Thanks, Janette.
Yeah, thanks. It's fun.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Catch you on the flip side, guys.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.